All right, well, today is June the 22nd, 2017, and right now at 9:15 p.m., we have a temperature in the foothills of Los Angeles of 70 degrees. It was cooler today, and we have a relative humidity of 65%. The dew point is 58 degrees, and the barometer is reading 29.85, and we haven't seen a cloud in the sky in about 7 days. All right, so right now we're looking at the western Atlantic water vapor loop, and we see a second vortex, a giant spinning area of low pressure moving right over Mexico. And this is affecting the weather out in the East Pacific right here. There's actually a disturbance noted on the hurricane map for the East Pacific right out in this area someplace. Right here, I believe it is. We can see all that thunderstorm activity swirling around this vortex. And this is right on the heels of Cindy, which has moved into Texas. And there's also a huge area of high pressure right here, which is separating these two storms. We've got a lot of thunderstorm activity right down here. And let's take a look at some of these maps. We have the rainbow map. And we can see that center of circulation. And we have a lot of high pressure installed right in this area to prevent the merging of these two systems. There is Cindy right there. The remnants of that has moved on shore. There's a lot of manipulation on the center of this system. There's actually a right angle right here. You can see a lot of evaporation right in here, trying to prevent this thunderstorm activity, all this moisture from wrapping back around. We can see what's happening right here. That transmitter is preventing, and look what's happening to these thunderstorms. They are just dissipating right in this area, right in here. All right, let's take a look next at the northwest Atlantic water vapor loop. And we see Cindy right here, which is moving sort of in a northeast pattern. And we have a blockade that's being built in right here to prevent this thunderstorm activity from merging with Cindy. So they've got Cindy blockaded. We've got a high pressure zone. We can see a lot of clockwise rotation right here starting to develop as this area of high pressure is installed all through here. This entire area is a blockade to prevent this next giant vortex from merging with this system here, which is Cindy. So we got blockades on both sides of Cindy, and they are working on this vortex down here to try to prevent that from intensifying. And we're looking at the rainbow loop here. And it looks like we've got a transmitter right here superheating this area. We can see a blast pattern right there. And here's a shot of the East Pacific. This is where there's a disturbance noted right in this area. We'll take a look at the hurricane map. Let's see if we can find that here. Right here. There we go. All right, so we've got a disturbance noted right there, which has a 20% chance of hurricane formation in 2 days. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, if we go back to the Atlantic, that giant vortex that's moving over the the Yucatan peninsula right here is not notated. But it looks pretty much the same as Cindy, which was a giant, actually there was a vortex just adjacent to Cindy. Cindy was a little bit further east in the Gulf of Mexico, but there was a huge vortex. And now they have called that giant spinning vortex Cindy. Very strange, but as we see, there's nothing down here marked. There's no X down there. All right, so we're back to the northwest Atlantic rainbow loop. Got the East Pacific there. This is where that disturbance is marked someplace in here, right about here. Okay, now let's look at the northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We've got a very strong area of high pressure, which has pushed this upper level low out towards Hawaii. Now, over the last couple of days, this low has moved offshore of California, way out over here. We can see the effect. This is with all this high pressure. Actually, what we're seeing here, we have a conveyor belt of storms. This was a gale yesterday, and these are all moving towards the west coast. Now, if somebody told me it was June looking at this map, I wouldn't believe them, because this is what the maps looked like all last winter before the so-called drought, that manufactured drought, ended. We had strong high pressure right here installed basically all winter long, and all these storms had to ride up and over that ridge. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. This thing is now moving to the northeast, completely blocked by this huge area of high pressure, which is causing the 120-degree temperatures down in Arizona and Palm Springs. And we have an upper level low right here, right off of Baja California, just southwest of San Diego, right there spinning. And so today we had a slight break from the very hot temperatures here in Los Angeles, but those temperatures are going to climb right back up, because we have this low, which is moving gradually to the north, and we can see the high pressure already in this entire area right here, giant area of high pressure, which is blocking everything. It's pushed this low right here way out into towards the central Pacific. Now, just a couple of days ago, this was way over here. This low was right about here. Now let's take a look at the swell report, which is right here. And look what's happening right off of California this weekend, tomorrow, and for the next couple of days. The weather reports are warning of rip currents. We've got 18-foot swells right here off of Northern California, Central, and by the weekend, this 18-foot area of swells will move into Southern California. So how did this all become generated? Well, this is that part of this upper level low that was offshore, right, let's go back here, right here. This upper level low, like I say, was way over here a couple of days ago, and this has been pushed away. I couldn't do a video yesterday, but yesterday we did have a very strong area of high pressure just bulldozing this low out to sea. And of course, this is what generated the high surf that we're seeing, the high swells right off of the California coast. Here we have another dry upper level low. This has a transmitter on it. You can see clearly see the counterclockwise rotation right there. And of course, that is this area is blocking all this weather. Look at the thunderstorm activity is going nowhere near California or anywhere near the west coast. This is still moving westbound, getting caught up in the jet stream. We can see some chemtrails being sprayed throughout that flow. Here's the rainbow map. We have a giant area of manufactured high pressure, which is stopping the cooler weather from moving in. We have one system here, one right behind it. We've got the jet stream, and we've got 100 and very, very hot temperatures. There's no reason for this. This is completely manufactured, this heat wave. The last 7 days, as I say, we haven't seen a cloud in the sky in 7 days here in Los Angeles. It's been so hot. The high pressure, this area of high pressure descending air has just prevented any cloud formation. All right, let's look quickly here at the rest of the maps. We've got the SSEC water vapor map. We can see that huge low pressure system right here, moving to the northeast because of this high pressure that's been installed. This high has been here for many, many days, and it's pushed this low away, which generated all that high swell activity. And as I say, look at here, we have this next upper level low, which is moving slowly to the north. So today we had slightly lower temperatures, but they're going to be going right back up. Here's the surface pressure map. We have a low right here near the Arizona-California border in Mexico, right there. We've got high pressure here. We've got this this was a gale force system yesterday, upper level low. Here's the 500 millibar map. We've got high pressure right on top of that low, all through here. And the 300 millibar map, we see these two upper level lows. This is the one that they pushed away. This generated all the high swells off of California. This has been pushed away. Then we have this new one here, which is slowly moving to the north. And we have these squiggly lines and high pressure here, where the this high pressure continues to be maintained to block this cooler weather. All through here, we have three lows right here, and one up here. Okay, now here's the the surface analysis map, and you're showing high pressure way up here, but in fact it's all right here, and it's pushed the this low way out towards the Hawaiian Islands. Okay, this is moving to the northeast. This was a gale yesterday. Okay, so we've seen everything. That's the report, and just leave it right here. This is the west coast, and we can see what's going on here, how these high temperatures are being maintained. We actually have another area right here trying to spin counterclockwise. This is also moving west. Put the grid on. Look at this upper level low right here developing, and this is moving to the west in the northern hemisphere out in the ocean. Same with this one. And of course, this is going to get trapped in the jet stream and move up and around and into Canada. Okay, that's it. We'll do another one later.